Good morning, America. How are you? How are you, America? As for me, I'm kind of overwhelmed with a bunch of negative emotions, but we'll get to that later. The reason I'm making this video is I wanna articulate my reason for starting this YouTube channel. This is my fifth video. This will be my fifth video, and I was watching my other four videos, and I come to realize that the overarching theme with all of my videos is me dealing with all of my negative emotions on camera. It's like me doing therapy with myself on camera, and I'm figuring that wasn't my intention. My intention for this YouTube channel was to advocate for a club that I'm creating. It's called the AAC America, the Adults of America Coalition. So, as I said, that was the intention. Thing is, what's an adult? And do I even fit the criteria? And the quick answer is, well, both answers. The first answer is an adult is someone who can navigate their emotions and regulate their behaviors and also be responsible for their actions and not blame each other for their problems. That's an adult. Responsible, navigate your emotions, regulate your behaviors. That's what I aspire to be. Thing is, I don't fit the criteria. For example, I lose my temper quite a bit. I lose my temper in a big way, a lot. And if you watch one of the videos, you'll I'm not wrapped too tight. Let's just put it that way. But anyway, I wanna focus this video on the human condition, my human condition, and maybe your human condition. I want to talk about the concept of human awareness. Awareness. I've asked myself this question. I've been asking myself this question: what is awareness? Human awareness. And it's a difficult question to answer. And I suppose I could ask you, the viewer, how would you define awareness? And I think the answer is we each have our own definition of what awareness is. For me, awareness is basically being cognizant of things that are happening outside of me and things that are happening inside of me. That's awareness. And lately, the things that are happening inside of me are, like I said, negative emotions, and I've been laser focused on those negative emotions. The question I have, the reason I'm kind of harping, and the reason I'm preoccupied with what awareness is I'm trying to understand how I can release my awareness from this shame that I'm feeling. Because the shame, I'm just preoccupied on this shame. My objective is to take control of my awareness so I can focus my awareness on something more productive. Yeah. In other words, instead of being lost in the dark side, fixate on the dark side, I need to swing the pendulum over towards the light. Not saying the dark is evil. A lot of people make the misconception that the dark is evil, but I always affirm that dark is just dark. And dark just sits there. Dark is just dark. Evil, on the other hand, evil goes out of its way to start problems. Evil does intentional harm. I digress. Shame. Awareness. Shame and awareness. Yeah, awareness. I made another video. It was called the Adult Triangle. The Adult Triangle, awareness and motion. And the crux of that video was was dynamic awareness. And as I said, I'm trying to shift my awareness to something more productive. It's easier said than done, because and what I'm discovering is my emotions, my awareness. It's not dynamic. It's not flux. It's not in motion. And what I'm coming to realize is if your awareness gets stuck and fixated, well, that's where, in my case, that's where my mental illness flares up. I got bipolar, and I got bipolar, but I try not to let it bother me. I try not to let the bipolar bother me. I got that under control. It's medicated and all that. Bipolar is not an issue. What the issue is, what bothers me, is the disorder. I'm shame. I've done a lot of stuff in my life that I'm not proud of, and I'm just overwhelmed with this. I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed of myself for a lot of shit that I did. So anyway, dynamic awareness. If I could take that awareness and get it off of that shame for a while and re-zoom in over here and zoom in on there's also good stuff that I'm proud of. Like I said, I'm ashamed of myself for a lot of shit that I did, but I also got a lot of stuff that I'm proud of. So the point of this video and all of my videos basically is the viewer is pretty much, you got ringside seats to see a clinically insane madman dealing with all of his negative emotions in real time. And that's what this video channel is turning into. It's turning into a self-help video series. I don't know how else to say it. But anyway, I'm starting a club. It's called the AAC, Adults of America Coalition. And everybody's welcome as long as you can strive and try. And when you fail, it's all right to admit, okay, I was childish then. Moving on. Me, I'm childish all the time. I'm childish so much. That's the shame. Childish. So my goal is to outgrow my childishness. Therefore, I won't have my childishness to be ashamed of. Therefore, I'm striving to be an adult. Take care of myself, be somebody that my children be proud of. I want my children to be proud of me again. Adult children. So yeah. Adults of America Coalition. Like and subscribe, and if you want to, like I said, ringside seats to me doing self-care. Yeah, could be something. Could be something. All right. Thank you.